Well met. Go with honor, friend. Light bless you. Be careful. For the Alliance. What can I do for you? Light bless you.
You need something? Be careful. Well met. Safe travels. King's honor, friend. Go with honor, friend. Light bless you.
It is really lucky that paladins are very easy to play. There have been a few times where
Greetings.
my mind has just wandered
Farewell.
right off. I
Light
had no
bless
idea
you.
what I was doing. Oh, I get it.
Right.
He's the
Off I
help.
go then.
This is weird. Just ordering him around. Okay. Back to Goldshire. The fast way. I'm pretty sure there's no more quests. Keep asking me in the guild that randomly invited me to join them if I need to go kill Hogger. I haven't killed Hogger yet, but I intend to try and solo him. And they don't seem to understand that.
For the Alliance.
Well-stitched robe, where's the rest of it? Patched pants, oh those are somehow better than the pants I have.
Be careful.
Weird. Okay. Where's all the rest of these cool? How did I miss that? What is wrong with... Oh, maybe that's the quest I just picked up. And now there's another one available. I gotta walk all the way over there again. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Oh, I gotta sell stuff. Ugh.
How are you?
Those are... couple... Oh. I mean, that's cool. It's just not as good as what I have. Or level 2. That's better. 5 damage. A wooden mallet.
Have a good one.
If I buy something, something will drop. Safi, how you doing? You know what? I am recovering a little. I do feel better, but that might just be because of the acetaminophen. Sometimes I very rarely take any medication for anything, and so it tends to be pretty strong when I do. And so I might just be feeling better because I've got that in me. We'll see. Hopefully I feel better in the morning. Yeah, I've never taken aspirin very much. It seems like most people, like most families, are kind of like, we're an aspirin family or we're an acetaminophen family. It's like, well, Tylenol, it's the same thing. Acetaminophen is the generic. But yeah, something like that. Let's at least put the headache at bay. The headache was the worst part. How are you doing? Forgot to mail these pants. Dang it. Might as well go back. This is before Blizzard figured out how to group quests together conveniently. I mean, some of them are. But this will be like the 4th or 5th time I've walked all the way back and forth through here. And while it's not a super long time, we should find out how much it is. Yeah, there it is. '70th birthday, that's awesome. My dad turned 70 just a couple years ago. Well, I mean, it's this is my quiet, sexy voice, and that's because my daughter's asleep in the next room, and because I don't feel so great. But yeah, this is roughly approximately what it is. I just realized that I don't have any other Alliance characters, so there's no reason for me to mail those pants to anyone. So I'm just gonna sell them.
What can I do for you?
This is what happens when I don't have good, solid judgment about things. I make silly mistakes.
Go with honor, friend.
Should buy some water. And we're going to use the stopwatch function to find out how long it takes to go back and forth between Goldshire and that other place over there, the name of which I cannot remember. Eastvale Logging Company Camp, something like that. Okay. So this is one zone. We start here, we're going to go to here. And that zone is this little square on this continent, which is one of 2 continents. So the game's really big. We're just going from here to there. So that's like from there to there. Let's see how long it takes. Ready, set, go. the nice thing is there's no loading screens except when you're going from one continent to another, and the whole game is like that. And so this is what's called Classic, which is more or less the state the game was in when it was released, with like some stuff fixed and balanced. And so they've added to the size of the game world, and it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 7 or 8 times its original size now. There's so much to go and do and whatnot. Like, if somebody started now from scratch and they wanted to experience everything, it would take years and years of playing multiple hours a day. There's just so much. It's kind of daunting, but at the same time, it's like no matter what you enjoy, there's always more of it to do. So if you, the thing I like about this, probably most of all, I guess it's 2 things. One is that anyone else can play with me, and so that's really cool. The other thing is, if you just want to focus on one game and have it do almost everything, this one is pretty close to that concept. So I dabble in other things here and there, but it's mostly just this plus whatever retro I'm playing at the same time. So it's been really good. I've played World of Warcraft off and on since just after it was released. It is not. It is PC only. There is a Mac version, but it seems irresponsible to game on a Mac, just because that's a super expensive way to do things. But yeah, there are no console ports for this. The good thing is, though, if you don't need super nice graphics, you can run it on a potato, almost. I mean, and the reason is it would be excruciatingly cumbersome to try and play it on a console, because a controller is totally insufficient. For example, this is about a third of the kit of abilities that I would have by the time I'm done leveling up. And so you generally, for most characters you would build, you need anywhere from about 8 to about 20 different keys to press and do all your stuff. And so that, let's see, about 3 minutes, okay. And so that is pretty challenging. And then speaking with people, there's a lot of interaction via typing. And there's voice comms, obviously. Well, I mean, you don't need to push all of them at once. There's what's called a global cooldown. So for example, if I start casting something, you'll see all the others will have this cooldown spin on them, meaning that you can really only input one ability every 1.5 seconds. And so because of that, it gets pretty easy. It's not nearly as complicated as I make it sound sometimes, and some classes are much simpler than others, like the paladin here. I'll demonstrate when I do some... Ooh, look at these pants. Are these pants? Now this is classic, so you can't change what your gear looks like. It's just whatever you're wearing, but yeah, I like those. They're better. So anyway, I don't see any more quests here, so go off and find something to fight. So Paladin is one of the simplest classes in Classic. I just need to find a wolf or something. What I'm going to use is, there's an ability here called Seal of Righteousness and one called Judgment. So I'm going to put Seal of Righteousness up, and then this is an effect on me for 30 seconds, and then I'll use Judgment to do some damage to this wolf, and then I can throw up Seal of Righteousness again. And then I wait while the auto-attacking happens, and then I can use Judgment again, and then refresh the seal. And that's the simplest form of combat, so I only need to push 2 buttons every 8 seconds. Whereas on the retail version of the game, or where the game currently is, not the classic version, my main is a druid, and for most of the different forms the druid takes, because the druid is a shapeshifter. I'll have somewhere around 6 or 7 abilities that go in a conditional rotation for what I use, depending on whether I'm trying to do single target damage or area of effect damage. You'll have like a self-heal, or you'll have what are called cooldowns, which will let you do more damage for a little while, and you can use it once every few minutes, or some things that increase your survivability for a few seconds, and you can use those every few minutes. So the number of buttons does pad out quite a bit for some classes. For others, it's not very much. And so you play what you're comfortable with. And yeah, I mean, it's complex, especially when it's new, but it is... you've got a talent system, so as you level up, you've got these points that you spend in these different things, and like this one gives you an ability called Seal of Command, which is a better seal. And so if you want to do more damage, you can put talents into that. If you want to be able to tank more, which is just keeping the attention of enemies so that they don't kill your friends, and you're really tough and you can do that, you just do less damage. You can put stuff in tanking, or you can do stuff for healing, or some mixture of it. So it's very flexible based on how you like to play and what your role is with a group, or yes, well, other way around, because this game is one of like the pioneering games of what is now known as a talent system. In fact, when it came out, many other games inevitably just started copying what it was doing, and that's kind of gone back and forth around the industry ever since. I don't know if you ever saw or played Star Wars Galaxies, but they had a thing called the combat upgrade midway through its existence that made Star Wars Galaxies significantly more like World of Warcraft. And then they did something called the NGE, which is the new game enhancements, which made it even more like World of Warcraft, and ultimately led to the game's downfall, because people wanted it to be unique and different. Because why would you want to play Star Wars Galaxies trying to be like World of Warcraft when you could just play World of Warcraft? So that was kind of a mistake on Sony's part, but it was fun while it lasted. The history of MMOs is kind of interesting, but the only Star Wars MMO that's out there now is SWTOR, which I have mixed feelings about that. I actually was one of the beta testers on that game. Right, and because Galaxies was a particular type of game, and then it changed, that was the real issue. Because people want their game to be what it is, and if it suddenly becomes something else, that's not good. But yeah, I was a beta tester on SWTOR, and then they had a special group of beta testers that they invited certain people in who had given the most feedback and stuff to be what are called Revanites. And what is that? I have to kill Murlocs over there, and I forgot all about it. Maybe I'll kill them down here in a minute. And so I was invited into the Revanite group, and we had like calls with the devs and gave feedback directly to them and stuff. And I remember there was a call, a specific one, where I found out, well, it was cool, but I found out that the game is not going to do as well as they hoped it would, because one of the devs kind of admitted that some of the systems they had built will not work the way that they should by the time the game launches, and they wish they could go back and fix it. Oh, hi, Sarah. Well, so there was a message that I had up on the chat a little while ago. I'm recovering from an illness, and that has given me a lot of fatigue, and so my sense of judgment is not what it should be. So I decided to play the easiest thing in the game, which is a female alliance paladin. And so far the experiment has worked because people have given me all sorts of free stuff, and I don't have to work for things. It's really easy. So yeah, that's why I'm playing Alliances, is because it's easy. Well, yes, I'm actually studying some other behaviors, and I'm going to throw together a video about my findings about what it's like to experience the way the Alliance tends to do things as a Horde player. And there have been some really fascinating differences that I've noticed that I'm eager to talk about in the video. But yeah, anyway, thanks for stopping by, Sarah. So, what I was saying, Safi, about the about SWTOR is like the companion system that they had and a couple of other things. They realized that what they really wanted to do was just go back and start it all over, but it was impossible because it was too late into the game's development cycle. And so I realized this is not the game to get into because it's going to struggle, and it sure did. I mean, it's still around, but it's always been kind of an inferior WoW clone in a Star Wars setting, instead of something a little more unique like it should have been. BioWare is an interesting animal, because on the one hand, they've done some very remarkable things. On the other hand, they've turned into something that how do you say it? If you don't die a hero, you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I think that's what's happened to BioWare over time, mostly due to the EA influence. The same thing sort of happened to Blizzard for a while, where they, things got all weird, especially with the influence from Activision owning the company. I despise all the politics with things like that, but I can't do anything about it. Here's my advice to you: if you ever open a game studio, never become a publicly traded company, because then you're beholden to shareholders, and you have to do what they say, or you have to do what you think they want you to do, and it just leads to all sorts of trouble. That's my advice. Get these scrolls going. Rock and roll. Smash knolls. Where are they? I don't want to get Hogger's attention because he'll slaughter me at this level. They stand. Oh gosh, yeah, it's like, why do they even need to be involved? It's like, if you want to get political and talk about stuff, that would be very dangerous to go over there. Well, wait, if you want to get political and talk about stuff, my answer tends to be pretty simple. Like, should gay marriage be allowed? My answer is, the government shouldn't be involved in marriage. What do they have to do with it? Absolutely nothing. That's a social and often a religious thing. It doesn't need government oversight. That's my answer for almost everything, and it seems to serve me pretty well. But yeah, software, like, that sort of stuff happens with all the regulation that you have on things. And if you let people just do their thing without a whole bunch of oversight and micromanagement, it turns out that most people will just do what they're supposed to do without any trouble. It's like that. Yeah. And I mean, we have way more government jobs than we need, but yeah, I don't want to turn it into a big political commentary, because with my still impaired sense of judgment, I may say things that will get me in trouble, so I don't want to do that. Yes, let's not risk it. One thing I am looking forward to Oh, do I have to quest to turn in Stormwind? No, I need to go find Murlocs. Oh, there's gnolls up there. How are there gnolls up there? It's so far. I'm gonna go along the coast and kill Murlocs. It's the way to go. Alright. One thing I'm looking forward to, you'll see by all of the tags that I have on the channel description, is so I've actually got I've got a synthesizer hooked up to the my audio input device where my microphone is, because I've been playing the piano for like 30 years, and when I don't have daughter sleeping in the next room, I'll put that up a little more, do some more with that. That's what the goal is there. The Peaches concert, is I think the song Peaches from the Mario movie is very funny, and so I will play and sing it for everybody when that goal is met. It's a funny song. Bowser sings it. I mean, well, you've heard plenty of all of my theories about the actual situation with Mario and Princess Peach and all that, so I don't need to go into that. But I think that, yeah, I think that song defines it pretty well. And I've been playing the guitar for almost 30 years, and so I've got a guitar hooked up too. I just need to make that a little more accessible, but it's impossible to sing songs like that when there's a child sleeping nearby. So I have to figure out a different situation with that. When she gets old enough to move into her own room, then that'll make that a little easier. But as far as the goal, yeah, I'll just stream during the day and do that. I might even do it multiple times just so more people can hear it. Well, it's nighttime for me right now, and that's usually when I have time to stream. Well, that's spooky. That would be it. Oh, it's a rare. I don't have enough to... I don't think I can kill them. There's too many of them. Rare enemies tend to drop better loot. So if you can, you get them. Well, either way, there'll be a VOD of it, but I hope that I'll just wait until you're there. You deserve to hear it. We'll make that work. I need to go train axes. Yeah, these are Murlocs, and they're kind of like a mascot for Blizzard, the company that makes this game. And so they're pretty famous, but they're well known in the game for being grouped together in packs. And fortunately, the ones by the river here don't appear to be. I don't know the layout of this particular area very well because there's two factions in this game. There is the Horde and there's the Alliance, and different playable races are on either faction. And so I think most people tend to stick with the faction that they like best and ignore the other one. Some people play both. And so I don't know the Alliance side of things very well at all because I've been a Horde player for 99% of my time with this game. So that's why there's a lot of inefficiency in Discovery, but yeah, they make some fun noises. Lots of gurgly stuff. Murlocs are not a playable race, but some people want them to be. Can't say I really get that. People want two-headed ogres to be playable too, and I don't really know what you would do with that. Oh yeah. Yeah, as long as you like the concept of playing a game where you're driving one character and you have a lot of somewhat repetitive things to go do, because I mean there's really only so many different ways you can have a quest built. It's either go collect these, go talk to this person, or go kill this stuff, or some combination of those. As long as you can stay interested in that, then there is a functionally endless variety of things to do. Even for hardcore here, I've got like 7 or 8 characters now that I just bounce around between, and they're all different, and they all have their own little quirks and pluses and minuses and whatnot. Keeps things interesting. One of the things that really makes it good, especially in retail when you're not just trying not to die in hardcore, is the people that you're playing with, because there's dungeons which require 5 players to do, and there's raids which will take anywhere from 10 to 25 or 30 people to do, and that's a real operation. Raiding in this game prepared me for a lot of things about my current employment position, because you learn a whole lot of useful life skills when you have to manage 20 or so other people who are trusting you with their recreational time to unite them as a group to overcome a very difficult encounter that requires people to do their rotations on their classes and put out enough damage, or heal correctly, or stand in the right places, or move around and perform mechanics. And that gave me a lot of experience with dealing with people and managing stuff. And while you can't always come right out and say, well, I was a raid leader in World of Warcraft, and expect people to know what that means, you can definitely say that you have experience managing a group of over 20 people on a several times a week basis. Yes. Yeah, if you're a guild master or a raid leader. No, actually, so that name simply comes from it's just a word I like, and that's a number I like. There's really not a whole lot of meaning to it. It's one of those things where maybe I should make up a story that is a little more interesting and just tell that, because I've been asked that a few times. This is an abysmally low drop rate. I mean, how many Murlocs have I killed? Maybe like 13 or 14, and I've only gotten 2 fins from them. Look at that. You see all these fins? You mean to tell me that only 3 of them have had fins that are usable? It's weird. I mean, it's just kind of like the random chance in the game for stuff to happen, because some things are just meant to take longer. Yeah, they look like frogs, they sound like frogs a bit, but they are jerks. You gotta be careful. It's like there's that one over there, and if they were too close together, when I start fighting one, the other will come. And so you've got to pull them carefully. Like there's one hiding in the grass right there. Alright. Come here, you jerk. Yeah, they can be, and they'll come after you in groups if you're not careful. Like if you look, there's 2 of them right over there. And so if I pull one of those, the other will very likely come. And that could be very dangerous, because they are fast and they do a pretty decent amount of damage. So I'm going to grab this guy and lead him over here, because if I pull 3 of these, that's almost certain death for this character. So that's what makes hardcore so exciting, is you really never know when you're just going to make too much of a mistake. Paladin's got, this class is a paladin. It's got a kind of ace in the hole, which is divine protection, which makes you immune to all attacks for, it's 6 seconds now, 6 seconds here. So that's usually enough time to get some distance and run away, but Murlocs, like you said, are fast. And so you can't always get away. Almost everything in the game will leash, meaning if you lead it far enough away from where it was standing, it will just turn around and run back. And so if you can get far enough away that they'll leash, then you can exit combat and you'll be okay. But you gotta be very, very careful. Another factor is how quickly things respawn. You'll notice that these are already repopulated. Some things will take minutes to respawn, others it takes a minute or even sometimes 30 seconds or something. So it takes a lot of careful planning, and even the best intentions and being on your guard, you can forget something. Like there could be something hiding on the other side of these rocks or something and I don't notice it, and then it comes around and there's 2 more things and I'm dead. That has happened to a couple of the characters that I've lost. Yeah, they'll come back because people need them to complete quests. Because there's other people in here. And that's one of the best things about the game. Is that there's I'll show you an intro in a minute. Or at least I can describe it. So when you make a new character, what you'll get is there's a starting area for the characters. Like it's right here for humans, and the camera starts like over here, and it like flies in and eventually catches up to your character as it does this like voiceover intro explaining who the humans are and what your character is there to do. And you'll see other people running around with the blue names over their heads. And I remember when I first started playing the game, I realized those are actually other players playing this game right now. And that's when I understood the scope of what's going on here, because there's, at any given time, a few thousand people playing in the same environment that you are. And it's pretty incredible to me. And you can talk to them, you can interact with them, and they share the environment with you, which makes it really interesting. And it's persistent. So yeah, other people can be running around doing the same thing, or I can choose to group up with them and we can do stuff together, just in the outdoor world. And that's one of the things that really appeals to me about it, is it feels so authentic and open and alive. Alright, let's go grab this dude. I remember writing like snail mail letters to Nintendo when I was a kid, thinking there should be a Mario game where all my friends can play together, not just 2 people. And there isn't, not really, but it's this kind of a thing. Like, what I really wanted was a massively multiplayer online RPG game. I guess that's a tautology RPG game. But that's why I've always come back to this game over and over again for the last 20 years, is because it does what I'm looking for, and that's really cool. Okay, that is enough of those. Yeah, to some extent. And I mean, sometimes you want more or less of that. It'll depend a lot on what you're doing and why, what you're looking to get out of it. Like, my wife's computer is just 4 feet away from mine, and she plays too. And so in the evenings after the kids go to bed, we can hop on and go do stuff together, or sometimes we'll do separate things because she doesn't like to do PvP and I do, and it's been a lot of fun. And it's an activity where you can get sort of like a verisimilitude of actually going and doing something, because I mean,
With you.
we can't
For the
leave the
Alliance.
kids here. That would be irresponsible. And so, like, what's the best that we can do? It is 4.0. Oh, that's a dagger. Crying out loud. I'll grab this.
Light bless you.
It's something that you can do without actually having to leave the house. And that's really good. It's not as good as leaving the house, but it sure is a whole lot cheaper. I mean, the meme is that, like, the real such and such is the friends we made along the way, but, I mean, yeah, it is good for kids. But, I mean, that is really true, is a huge part of what makes games like this valuable is the people that you play with. And, like, during different stages of the game's development or history, different expansions and stuff, you might have some people that thought, well, this era of the game was just terrible, I hated it, it wasn't any good, and other people that will say it was some of the best fun they ever had. And it almost always comes down to, did you have friends that you were playing with? Because if you did, you probably had a good time. If you didn't, then that can be kind of rough. You can solo everything to some extent, or at least eventually you can. Even group content eventually becomes soloable because characters become more powerful. But nothing, in my opinion, compares with playing with friends that you know and care about, especially in the teamwork aspect of it. As when my wife and I were raiding regularly, one of my good friends who I've known for 25 years was our main tank, and he lives just 20 minutes away from us. And so he was always there, and it was like we were spending time together, even as adults with our own kids and stuff, because you don't really have time to do that like you did when you were young. So that's a real nice benefit. And yeah, my kids can play with me too. None of them do right now, but that's okay. It's always there if they want to. Yeah, that's a big factor for me with retro games. It's like, I remember this old commercial that was on TV back when I used to watch TV, because I don't watch, like, the only things we watch are things that we stream ourselves. But this commercial said, sometimes talking about surfing with your friends is better than surfing alone. And that's so true. It's so true with games. And so this whole game and its vast world has given a huge contextual vocabulary to my wife and me. And we can talk about things directly related to the game because we've both been playing it for 20 years. And there's so much culture and experience that we share with it. And that's been really fun. Even to the... Oh, hello. It's the same thing I have? No. Even to the point to where, like, it's let us shorthand some stuff, which is kind of strange. Like, there's a common term in the game when you're crafting things, which is mats. Mats is short for materials. And so one of us might ask, do we have the mats for pizza tonight? And that's a slightly quicker and way more turbo nerd way to say, do we have all of the ingredients we need to make pizza? Do we have pizza mats? So that's fun. Wow, 10 fish. They are worth almost nothing. Alright, thanks for stopping in. It was really good to talk to you, and Best of luck with the family gathering. I hope everybody has a really good time. Thank you much. Ooh, is that a better cloak? It is, even though the cloak is hidden. Every now and then, there's this thing here that's a straight line or a perpendicular line in it, and out of the corner of my eye it looks like the sensor shader from The Sims. I'm like, what nudity is there down there in the corner of the screen that It's 4 of them. Oh. Weird. Might be a bug. Like getting auto-attacked out of Vanish. Way too many. We'll go up along the edge here. Yeah, they go all the way around. Push the buttons in the wrong order. One thing that I've thought about a bunch of times is to take a look at this. What do you think? This character is 5'8". Is Noel standing up straight? Probably pretty close to that. How incredibly terrifying would it be to fight a monster like that is about your same size, and it's like wielding a weapon and trying to kill it? Like, I don't think many of us could even really comprehend that in our imagination. Where are the gnolls? This is super be careful territory, because this right here is what gets people killed. think this guy's gonna have one. I think that guy is. Ooh. Ooh. Well, look at that. Gotta throw some stuff away. Oh, those are... Right. What is the most useless? These are useless. Okay. Those aren't very good. Okay. Burned through a lot of armor there. Oh, come on. Miss dodge. Oh, he didn't even have one. Maybe he does. Now let's see. Where's that axe I picked up? Picked it up, right? There it is. 3.8 damage per second on a one-handed axe. He didn't even have one. Somebody's gotta have one. Like, he's got an axe. Imagine something swinging an axe at you. No way you'd be wearing that. Oh, no, 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 no. We're not doing that. Cracked shortbow, huh? Let's get that. That'll sell. Oh, let's make some bandages. Oh, we're not going to be able to make enough to make a difference in our inventory space. Okay. Well, one nice thing is that this is getting us pretty good XP. While we wait for one of these things to drop the thing that they're all supposed to have. I mean, it's supposed to, I say that, but... Alright, I don't think those are going to chain. Oh, they are. 3 of them. Gonna be a big fat nope. Uh-oh. Still one. Don't have a stun. Okay. That was very, very close. I'm more awake now. Well, it's gonna be time to turn in and go to bed soon. Now, if I wanted to be ultra safe, I would wait till this is back off cooldown before I go do anything. But I am not being ultra safe. I am, in fact, being somewhat reckless. Oh, what can we get rid of here? I gotta use these things. Never think about it. This. One of you gnolls has to have an armband. Can I even see you wearing one? Like the game didn't do stuff like that back in the day. Fancy things. Dude. Come on. We're rolling the dice. Drop the armband. There we go. Stone Knoll Hammer. Another one. That's worth a lot. What do we throw away? I know there's an add-on out there that sorts this stuff by how useless it is. Oh my goodness. Gotta do that other thing where it needs an inventory slot to put the quest in. There we go. See, it moved it. Okay. Oh, come on. 7 minutes. No indignities are spared me. Gray forest wolf, but the forest is green. Oh. Well, since we know it takes 3 minutes to do this run, it's pointless to wait for the Hearthstone for 6. Turn in the River Pawn Knolls and the Collector. This is Hogger is 11 Elite, and I'm thinking that I might be able to kill him using a trick at level 12 or 13. There's a really cool trick. I actually did it in the last stream that I did when I was killing Princess. Princess has 2 adds with her, and she's a big bad bower that you've got to kill. And I waited until I was very close to leveling, because when you level, your health and mana go back to full, because they are given new maximum values. And so what you do is you start fighting all 3, the main thing and its adds at the same time. And you kill the adds, and if you position it just right, when those adds die, you heal back to full because you level up. And then you are full health and ready to fight the main thing by itself, and that's usually enough. And that worked very well. with Princess, the giant bower. So I might do something similar with Hogger. Or there's also, where are they? Decrease the target's chance to hit by 25% for 10 seconds. That's pretty significant. Or decrease the armor of the target by 50 for 30 seconds. That's also pretty good, because at these low levels, armor, I mean, that's 10% for my character here. So something like that could be useful. You can get some buffs and be ready to go, but Hogger is a famous rite of passage, so it would be really cool to solo him.
What are you looking for?
Look at all this crap. That's 4.3. That's 3.8. Oh.
Be careful.
Better belt with that one.
Might be with you.
Main hand. Right. Put this here. Throw those out. Sell those. Sell that and that. That's... Okay, let's
Go with honor, friend.
got some silvers. Isn't going to be enough to level.
Light bless you. Be careful. Go with honor, friend. For the Alliance.
Where is this dude? Those are nice gloves. They look good too.
Be careful.
Right, where is that? Go help me if he's all the way... Well, yeah, that is all the way over there. Again. Right, but I think we have done enough for today. So, that's that. Thanks everybody who tuned in and everybody who watches it later. Okay, thanks, bye.